Okay, so actually, the biggest movie that's coming out is not any of the movies that we covered this week. I've had the screener for The Exorcism, starring Russell Crowe, for about 2 weeks. I waited till last minute to get it, to actually watch it. My link expired. The good news is Eric Holmes had a new link, and I have no idea, but Eric, you got The Exorcism under the gun. Thank you for that. Russell Crowe, what is this movie about and your overall rating thoughts on The Exorcism? Thank you.
So this is basically I don't know if you've seen Inland Empire, but it's kind of similar to that. Russell Crowe's a star of this Exorcism movie that they're making with Adam Goldberg as the director, and they're shooting this movie, and a lot of the movie that they're shooting kind of it's a art imitates life sort of thing. And while they're shooting the movie, Russell Crowe is kind of what's too much? I guess strange things on set start happening. And while it's called The Exorcism, so he starts seeing things and things start happening to him. And then it becomes one of those uh what's in his head, what's in real life, and then it comes to a head at the end. I think Inland Empire does this better just because the premise is so bonkers that and David Lynch leans into bonkers. And just in general, the kind of style of this movie isn't my cup of tea because it definitely has like a Conjuring, Insidious kind of vibe to it that I don't usually like. That said, uh, by the time we got to the third act, I was really getting into this a lot more than I was the rest of the movie. I can say my score's not going to be that high, but I think for this might be a orphan first kill situation where even though I'm not in love with it, I think a lot of people are going to be, and much more so than I am. Um,
Okay,
but
so it's directed by
okay,
Joshua John Miller. Do you know
yeah,
what the relation is?
I do. Let's see, he was in Near Dark. He was in oh geez,
He was okay.
but
His late father is
Class
Jason
of
Miller.
'99.
No, his late, well, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But his Joshua John Miller's late father is Jason Miller. Joshua John Miller's half sibling, his half brother is Jason Patrick. His late father Jason Miller was one of the priests in The Exorcist.
okay,
Jason Miller, yeah,
that makes
and he was
sense.
also a celebrated playwright. He wrote that championship season, et cetera, et cetera. Anyways, go ahead, Eric.
Yeah. Should also point out Sam Worthington pops up in this. Adam Goldberg is the a-hole director. I hope Joshua John Miller isn't like that in real life. Otherwise, I'd feel bad about recommending this, but I'm guessing it's his character. It's fine.
Bruce, do
Uh,
you feel better? Do you feel better that it's not really an exorcist film? Exorcism film? It's not. It isn't, right? Bruce, is it different from? I mean, Eric, is it different from?
it is, but it's couched in a we're making a movie and weird things are happening, and then it goes into that.
Would you,
It's not it's not a remake of The Exorcist. We'll put it that way.
Bruce, knowing that little twist, would you have given? And if you had more time during the week, would you have given the Exorcism a shot? Maybe.
I had heard the twist, and I'd also heard some other things about it, and no,
Simply
Wait,
said.
no
what's the
shot.
twist?
The twist. So like you said, how it's just like a film within a film and all
Oh,
that stuff. I
And it's
thought.
like this unofficial commentary on the making of The Exorcist by the son of somebody who was involved in The Exorcist, and it's kind of a
mm,
pseudo version of
Freaking
yeah,
and oh,
yeah. It's
okay.
just,
Oh,
not
and
exactly.
then it just wants to become a Exorcist movie at some point at two. So
It's more we're making a cursed film. So the movie
yeah.
that they're shooting within the movie could be anything. It just so happens to be an exorcism type movie. But yeah, I guess I get that. David Hyde Pierce also shows up in this, and he's quite good. And yeah, I think this movie is the best in the third act, which is odd because usually that's where most movies fall. But
How does this compare as a Russell Crowe? How's Russell Crowe in this? Is it as
I
good as
mean,
Sleeping Dogs? I mean, Sleeping Dogs, right?
Russell Crowe just lately, much like the Dermot Mulroney Renaissance, I'm loving Russell Crowe more and more as he ages and his roles he's choosing, and a lot of them are real similar. But with this one, he goes certain places in this that almost you would expect Nick Cage to go in, and
That's
instead it's
awesome.
Russell Crowe getting there.
That's awesome. That's The Exorcism. It's out in theaters on Friday. Eric Holmes, your rating.
You know, I think I talked myself up from a 2.5 to a 3, but I think this might be a 4.5 for most people.
Okay. Wow. Yes. Okay. Very cool. Very, very cool. That is 3 stars from Eric Holmes for The Exorcism, starring Russell Crowe, directed by Joshua John Miller. That is our features.
This is CinemAddicts.